This is my Kobe Bryant tribute. I don't follow sports. It bores me to tears. I've never watched a basketball game. I've seen little snippets here and there, just, on the TV randomly like everyone else. I don't really know much about Kobe Bryant, but what has me so inspired and even shaken and moved and touched by this whole story is just the human side of it. And Kobe Bryant, from all the digging that I've done over the past day or so, I can't help myself. The more I learn about Kobe and the way that he lived his life, the person that he was, and on and on and on, it's really inspiring and just adds to how kind of shaken I am about the whole thing, even though I don't really follow sports and I never followed his career or any of that stuff. So I feel it really necessary for me to do my own little tribute to him, just because the digging I've done on him and his life over the past couple of days was really moving and inspiring for me. And so I'm hoping that you get something out of this, because I want to make this as meaningful and as impactful as I possibly can. And especially coming from my perspective as a guy that doesn't really care anything about sports, this is all purely the human side of it. And there's some great takeaways for us that I'd like to share with you from my perspective, the takeaways of his life, how we can better our own lives, and maybe a cheesy but very meaningful way pay tribute and honor to him, as well as others that lived in a similar way as he did, because there's been a lot of great people that have come and gone, but this story in particular, for obvious reasons, is really sad, and I'm not going to go into that part of it. That's not the purpose of this video. But Kobe Bryant is a guy, for three big reasons, in my view, is why he was the best of the best at his craft. Number one, he outworked everybody. And that's pretty common knowledge. If you work hard at something, you're more likely to go further than other people that don't work hard. And so one theme that kept coming up with people that are talking about his life, that knew him well, everyone is in agreement here. He outworked everybody. He worked hard on his craft. He gave it his all. It was just incredible. He said, Kobe Bryant said, after he retired, "Do you miss the game? Do you miss basketball?" And he said, no, not really. I don't miss it at all, because I gave it my all when I did it. I worked hard and I left everything out there on the court. I'm paraphrasing here. And now I'm on the next phase of my life, and this new phase is getting my all, my attention, my energy, and that's what I'm engrossed in now. I thought that was a really cool answer, which takes me to the second reason out of three why I believe he was the best of the best, and that is personal growth and development. So there's a lot of hardworking people out there who plateau. They don't really go anywhere. A lot of hardworking people go backwards, and it doesn't make any sense because they're working so hard. So how can that happen? So the second thing that makes the hard work really work for you is personal growth and development. And Kobe Bryant, as I'm watching videos of him, all past videos now, of him doing talks and speeches and so forth, he's a personal development guy. He put good words and ideas and nurturing type of stuff in his brain. He fed his brain on a daily basis, so that all of that hard work on a daily basis, he would get the most out of it. It would yield the best results possible. Kobe Bryant, without a doubt, 100%, he understood that you could be the hardest working person on the planet, but if you're not also feeding your mind with good ideas and better philosophies regularly along the way, then a lot of that work, it's just, it could be in vain to various degrees. You could even slide backwards, as some people do who work hard but don't take the growth stuff of their brain seriously. So personal growth and hard work, these are two things that advances, they're two variables where each variable advances the other variable forward. And a great analogy, I've given this talk myself many times, but a great analogy of that would be walking. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and repeat over and over again. Well, the right foot cannot advance if the left foot doesn't also advance, and vice versa. The left can't advance if the right doesn't also advance. So personal growth and hard work, it's the same exact thing. So as you're learning stuff, obviously, the output of the hard work is going to be more efficient. You're going to make discoveries. You're going to learn a better way. You're going to learn what not to do, what to do, that kind of thing. But also, the hard work also advances the perspective of the personal growth. And a great analogy of this would be, let's say there's a movie you watched 10 years ago, a really good movie, you got something out of it, but 10 years later, after 10 years worth of life's experiences and lessons, you're going to have a different takeaway, maybe a better takeaway. You're going to see things you didn't see before 10 years ago, even though it's the exact same movie. And maybe some things you do remember seeing, you're going to be like, but yeah, I have a different, more advanced understanding of that thing now. And same thing, you revisit the same movie, say on a yearly basis, or maybe you read the same book. Like there's one book you read once a year, and every time you read it, you get a better, more advanced perspective because of that year's passing, all the life experiences that you've had, the work that you've done, and whatever else. So hard work on a daily basis and daily personal growth of your brain, one advances the perspective of the other, shifting the whole host, that would be you, your life, forward. So that's how that works. And a lot of people sadly don't have the personal growth down, but everybody understands hard work, right? So the third thing that, 3 out of 3, the third thing that, in my belief, just made him the best of the best is, it reminds me of John C. Maxwell, the authority on leadership development throughout the world, basically. He says to grow yourself, you have to know yourself. And what John C. Maxwell means by that is you have to know what you're good at, what where your talents are. So you have to go on, a self-discovery journey if you don't know what these things are. So once you discover what you're talented at, if you want to make the big money, you want to be the best of the best, you want to have, more success than far beyond the average person at that particular whatever it is that you've discovered you're talented at, that's, as soon as you discover that talent, that's where you put most of your energy and your effort and all of that stuff. You don't divide up your energy between all these different things. Some of them you're good at, some of them you're not good at, and you try to develop the weaker ones into the strong ones. That doesn't pay very well. But if you know yourself and you know where your talents are, and then you put most of your time and your effort into developing those talents, that's where the big paydays are. And so Kobe Bryant certainly understood that. He loved the game of basketball. He talked a lot about that. He had, it was like tunnel vision. He wasn't trying to develop himself into this well-rounded person that could do everything, because if you try to do everything, what is that, the jack of all trades, the master of none, that doesn't pay good. So if you become a master at one thing and you're, kind of okay or not good on other things, then that's where the biggest success is going to be, whether it's financial or otherwise. So that's a pretty easy concept to grasp. So that's the third thing that made him so great. Number 1, outworked everybody. 2, personal growth and development. And number 3, he knew he was talented with basketball. He loved basketball, right? That was his passion. And so that's where he put his focus, his all. That's where he had the tunnel vision. He wasn't spending time and effort, or not too much time and effort, on other things. That was it. So he became the best of the best because of those 3 things. So, and here's the meaningful tribute part of all of this for those of you that have made it this far into my video. So a great way to honor him and honor whoever you want to honor. It doesn't even have to be Kobe, but this video is specifically about Kobe because that's what's on my mind. And the passing of him and his daughter and those 7 other people, the helicopter was just filled with young parents and their kids, and they're all gone. But just to honor everybody in the world, and to honor yourself too, and your family. Do it for yourself and your family, and for Kobe, and for everybody you love and care about, and people that you want to honor and respect. The best thing that you could do, in my opinion, is to live the best life that you can. And in this instance, to take away, the lessons from Kobe that he left behind, in my view. What are you talented at? Go on that self-discovery if you don't know it yet, because to grow yourself, you have to know yourself. So figure out what you're really good at, where your talents are, and where your passions are. And then get involved on a daily personal growth plan to put those great ideas in your brain, so that when you do the daily hard work, outworking everybody, you're going to yield the best results from that. So those 3 things, figure out where that applies in your life and just go after it. The happiest people in the world, Kobe was a really happy guy, right? Very fulfilled, because he said it himself. He put everything that he had into it. He didn't even miss the game anymore. How does the best of the best not miss basketball anymore? Well, he told us. And it all goes back to, those 3 takeaways. Okay? So I think that's the best way to honor him and everybody else. Just figure out what it is that you're really great at, what you're passionate about. Put in the hard work, do the personal growth and development on a daily basis. And the truly, that's where I was, my point, the truly happiest people in the world, which I think Kobe Bryant was one of them, are the people that are willing to dream big dreams and then do whatever it takes, personal growth, the hard work, to grow yourself is to know yourself, to do whatever it takes to make it happen. The happiest people in the world are not the people that are too afraid to dream big dreams because they don't know how they're going to achieve it. That's not, I don't think it's possible to be at your happiest living that way. So the whole point of personal growth is, I have this big dream, but I have no idea how I'm going to achieve it. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to figure it out through a daily personal growth plan. And it's when you close that gap between not knowing, you got this dream over here, not knowing what to do, there's this big gap, or maybe it's this big, I don't know. Whatever the size of the gap, it's those learning gaps that you close and you start to see the results at some point, right? That's what really creates, I think, happiness and fulfillment and a life well lived, and being able to go from one phase of your life to another and not miss the old phase because you gave it all you had and you're fulfilled from that now, and you got everything out of it that you wanted, so now it's time for this new phase and you don't even have to miss the old phase. All of that sort of ties in together. So I know that's not explained probably the best way possible. I'm totally winging this with some ideas and bullet points in my head. But what a beautiful way to honor all of these lives of all of these beautiful people that have come before us, and now one of them is Kobe Bryant. So that's my goal with this video, really, is to pay honor and respect and tribute to Kobe, and maybe plant some seeds in the minds of some of you, if you'll accept these seeds into your brain to take root and to sprout, so that you figure out who you are, so that you can grow yourself by focusing most of your daily hard work on your talents and coupling that with daily personal growth and development plan, so that you advance the perspective of yourself. Well, that's all I've got. Feel free to drop some comments about anything I've shared, or if there's something you want to share about Kobe Bryant, what he meant to you, what your takeaway is from how he lived his life, or anything you want to share that's relevant to this video and the tragedy that recently happened. Feel free to drop your comment, okay? And when it comes to personal growth, I'll end on this note. My website, tomberkenmeyer.com. I've been blogging and vlogging for years and years about a lot of topics, but behind all of it is a pattern of personal growth and development that you can apply to whatever your craft is. Oh, I'll end on this note. And that's one, even though Kobe Bryant and myself, we probably don't have that much in common when it comes to, the mechanical functionalities of our life. Like, his craft is basketball, obviously sports, and my sport is fitness. But not like sports like basketball, football, hockey, and all that stuff. I've never watched a game on TV of any of that stuff. I just have no interest in it. So right off the bat, Kobe and I really don't have that in common as far as our crafts go and the actual work that we do. But our common thread, and this is huge, our common thread is our commitment to personal growth and development. So that's why I can put myself in his shoes so much. I can empathize with the guy a great deal. And one of my favorite things to do is to go to weekend-long seminars. The generic ones are really great, because then you get people from all sorts of different backgrounds, all different styles of work, all different fashions of work that has nothing to do with what I do or what I'm interested in. But we have that common connection of, we want to get better and better. And that is huge, to have that common connection with people. No matter what their craft is, it becomes irrelevant. It's just, we want to get better and better at our craft. So it's really great to network with people like that, because even if your craft, the fashion of your work is totally different from somebody else, you can still pick up a lot of their good energy, a lot of their great ideas, their great philosophical drivers that really transfers to different fashions of work, no matter what it is that you're doing. So take that to heart, and yeah, consider how that can be part of your life as well. So I'll end on that note, and have a great day, everybody. And a real heartfelt here to God, the surviving family members. Kobe Bryant has a wife who just lost her 13-year-old daughter and her husband, and 3 other daughters who just lost their dad and one of their sisters. And then all the other families. I don't really know much about the other families. I just know the other families on that helicopter crash who all died. It was just young parents and their kids. And I'm sure they've all got surviving family members and friends too. And oh my God. And the way that it happened and being so sudden and just a freak accident, I feel so bad for all of them. And I hope that they're just being surrounded by all the love and support that they need. And I hope all the conspiracy theorists stay the fuck away from all of them, because those people are nuts. And that's all I got. Take care, everybody. Much love. Mwah. And yeah, drop your comments below about how this has impacted you.